Hi everyone, thank you so much for participating in this professional development on how to access informational text and improve comprehension. Right now you're going to be looking at a pre-reading activity, and then you'll be also introduced to during reading and post-reading activities, and we will be using one text throughout this entire presentation. You will find a copy of this text in your folders, and it is based off of the Hitler regime in World War II. It's an informational text, nonfiction, and is an excellent way to really preview these strategies for you guys. So if you look here, we have a vocabulary map, which I mentioned before in the Prezi, that it's a great way to access content words, especially those that may interfere with comprehension. Also, this vocabulary map provides 4 different ways for students to really understand what this word means and how to use it. We have our definition, an image, personal connection, and our meaningful sentence. What is also great about this strategy is it does not interfere with the curriculum at all, and also there really is no training that is necessary for this. This is something that educators will be able to use very easily, and after modeling a few times, students will be able to do this independently as well. So let's look here at the example that I've provided. We have here the word regime, which is located in the text. It's bolded, so that means it's definitely a content word that students may be unfamiliar with. So for the definition, I would introduce students and I would tell them what the definition would be. It could be either a system of rule or government, a period of rule, and I would also add in it's normally an authoritarian one, because normally it does have a negative connotation to it. For the visual, it really helps our visual learners who really struggle with content words. For the visual, you can draw a leader who is much larger than everyone else. He's speaking at a podium, and then we have all the other individuals who are much smaller, who seem to have no power at all and have no choice but to follow whatever orders the leader is offering. For the personal connection, I would ask the students to see if they can think of anything in the news right now, anything in their personal lives that would be able to help them remember what regime means. I added here, so for something that's currently happening with Korea, Kim Jong-un has a regime right now in Korea that is very controlling. And that's going to definitely help me remember that regime does have a negative connotation, and it has to do with a powerful ruler who is extremely controlling. For the meaningful sentence, this is extremely important. Many students tend to put the word in a sentence sort of like as a definition. So for example, they would say, a regime is an authoritarian government, or a regime is a period of rule. This really does not show any understanding of the content word, and therefore we are not sure if the students are able to use it in a sentence or if they're able to really understand it when they read it in the text. So what I can do here is you can use this as an opportunity to provide background information for any students who may not be familiar with Hitler's regime or World War II or any of the events that are occurring at this time. It's also an excellent opportunity to have any student volunteers to provide any information that they do know, and a lot of times students can provide information in a way that's more accessible for them than the teacher does. So for our meaningful sentence here, we have Hitler's regime was so powerful that no one dared to disobey his government. With this sentence, I can tell that it has to do with a government that is extremely powerful and that is ruled by a powerful and controlling leader as well. So this is a good meaningful sentence that shows what this word means. So this vocabulary map is excellent pre-reading tool. You can provide background information with it. It can be used for a multitude of content words before the reading. Just keep in mind that it can take students a little bit of time to do if they are not familiar with it. So really introduce it word by word, and then you can add on more words as time goes on and they become much more comfortable with it. Next, you're going to be seeing some during reading activities and also one more pre-reading activity as well.